Welcome to Feisty Chess. I got white here playing e4. Playing against Mahmoud 11 on lead chess. Okay, we're gonna play knight f3, and let's go into Italian stuff against bishop c5. No, h6. h6. I mean, d4 kind of calls out here. Also got knight c3. I mean, h6. Not sure the utility of that move. Probably somebody's pet line, but we'll just play d4. Seems like that just loses black some time in the opening here. Are going into like a Scotch gambit or Scotch game, like a tempo ahead here. Knight f5 may be good. Knight f5, bishop f6. Just get another piece out. Okay. I feel like he wants me to castle kingside. That still might be the best move here. I'm thinking just let's get this bishop out. Yeah, I'm going to go bishop e3, just to overprotect knight. Maybe I got queen d2 coming. Play f3. Shoring up e4 and keeping pieces out of g4. So now his bishop. Okay. Well, let's just get completely developed if he's going to keep spending time on these moves. Knight c6 looks good here. He wants to play b5, and then he doesn't have b5. But he'll have d5, won't he? Yeah, and his bishop will have e6 at that point. So, what to do here? Well, a4. He won't get b5 in. So maybe he'll go bishop d7. Maybe he'll castle. Maybe he'll go g5. Put the ball in black's court here. I think I'm sitting pretty. I've basically got the whole center to myself. He's castling. Okay. Queen d2 seems very natural here. Bishop goes back on b3. I like it on that diagonal. If d5, yeah, I'll just go knight f5. There's also e2, so then I can come back to e2 and maybe hit f4 or g3. He's really weakened this square here. Well, f5. I'm going to encourage the trading off the light square bishops here. He might get c4 in. Oh, he goes for that. Okay. I have another attacker on the king side, and I can castle. I think I'm safe castling queen side here. So, yeah. I need to just play this now. If I go bishop d4, his knight comes back to c6. Castling queenside? Then I'm on d5. He might have trouble hanging on to that center of his if I castle queenside. Let's just check it. He's playing awfully fast here. We're 14 moves in and he hasn't even used a minute. So, yeah, d5 looks pretty weak. I've got enough pieces over on the queen side with my king. I should be safe. So I don't really see how he holds on to d5 at this point. He can't defend it with another piece. He can't advance it. And once d5 goes, c4 is also weak. Trouble is, I'm kind of opening up my my own king side, but there's likely to be queen trades if I want them. So I don't want to take. Yeah, I'll go for this. So kind of taking control in the center. Okay. I can take the queens off if I want. I could go for the bishop pair if I want. I could also do that and get the queens off. So knight takes, and then queen d6. His queen can come to e8. I still got the bishop pair. Let's go for this simpler line. He'll take with the bishop. And now I've got the extra pawn, but it's maybe hard to win with just that. Maybe bishop f4 here? Yeah, I like bishop f4. The idea is I'm going to get to c4. Maybe I take the queens off first. I'm going to do that. I want to be careful of opposite colored bishops. Bishop f4. Yeah, this seems pretty good. Can I just take that? Or okay, takes. Take on e5. Take on e5. Take the pawn, and then a rook comes here. But at that point, I can trade a rook, and I'm fine. My king can get out. So yeah, I'm going to grab the pawn. Well, I want to go into this opposite color bishops thing. Yeah, that's the devil I know here. Actually, maybe I'll take off the rooks here. Yeah, because now I keep an eye on this pawn. So now I'm up 2 pawns. Wait a minute, I'm just up 1 pawn. Okay. Let's put our pawns on the... Well, is it worth giving up that pawn? No, I'm going to hang on an extra pawn, get all my pawns on light squares that I can. He's likely to push this pawn up. So it's going to be a slog here. Okay, I'm happy to come up with my king. He better check me again here, and that'll force either a repetition or I play c3. I think c3 was my plan. It looked pretty good. That gives my other bishop a way to get out. Okay. This seems to kind of let my king loose. But in the meantime, my bishop will be a little bit lame, right? I think I'll be fine. My king will find a way to make room for my bishop. I can play rook b1. He can guard that pawn with the bishop. Actually, my king can get nice and frisky now, and I can get my bishop to b3. I don't see any dangers to my king here. Maybe I'm even going after this pawn. I don't know. I need to start playing with my rook, though, for sure. And maybe I should have done that last move. So, um, okay, I can get my rook doing something useful here. And if bishop comes here, I've got rook e7. So he's guarding e7 now. Hmm. Okay, I'm going to put my rook here. And after rook d2, I've got bishop c4. Everything's holding. I'm just holding things together on the light squares. My king is participating, and black's king really isn't. And the bishop would be pretty good on d3 as well. I have checks now, but let's get that bishop to d3. Okay. One long-term plan would be starting to push these pawns on the king side. Um, he can't go bishop d8 to try to protect this pawn, so I think I'm going to be winning this pawn, actually. Because I have that rook check. Okay, so now I don't have the rook check, so he can go bishop d8 after this. So, what's the plan? I'll do this anyway, force bishop d8, and then come to b4. So putting pressure on that, and his rook will have to stay guarding it. Could try a4, a5 here. Now he has bishop e7. Other plans, getting my rook out now that my bishop plugs things up. Rook e4, maybe getting the rook over to a4. At some point he'll need to play a5 himself. And I can't really safely advance that, so... Everything of mine is protected right now. That's nice. Every single piece. And pawn. Wish my clock were a little better protected, though. Bishop e4 is an idea. His rook has to stay on this file. But I don't see where that leads. Maybe my bishop and rook can kind of trade places. I can go bishop e4, and then his rook moves somewhere, and then I get my rook to e3. Then I start threatening this. He has to protect it, probably bishop back to f6, and then my rook can come to d3, and I think that's an improvement. Although it's playing a nice job, it's doing a nice job keeping his king out of the action right now. Hmm. I don't know how to make progress on the king side there, how to advance. Oh, I've got bishop c4. That's an idea at this point. What is this? I can just take. I think that must have been some kind of mouse slip. Maybe he meant to push a5, and he went bishop a5? Okay, I will take it. Let's look at the game. All right, so strange opening. I have to see if this is in the books. So let's pull up the opening book. H6 is a move. Does it have a name? Anti-fried liver defense. Okay. I just prefer to play the two knights and get my pieces going. D4 is the main move, and it looks like the best move, at least by the few games that have been played here. E takes. Yeah, so maybe castling is good here. I just kind of automatically recapture, but I could have played this like a Scotch Gambit with an extra tempo almost. I mean, I can't play a piece to g5, but it seems like an improved version of the Scotch Gambit. c3 would be an improved version of like the Goring Gambit. This is good. All right. The computer says I'm just up a pawn here, even though material's equal. It likes knight takes c6. I just wanted to get more pieces out. Ooh, now it really not likes knight c6. With the idea of queen h5. So then now the queen doesn't have to guard the knight. So queen comes to h5. You got to go g6. There's no other way of defending. And now queen f3. So knight f6. I guess there's bishop here, but then bishop takes, and you're not castling kingside, and you don't look like you want to castle queenside either. So knight f6, getting developed. You just play h3. Okay, just shutting black's bishop down. And now you can't castle because this h6 pawn hangs. Rook d8. Probably white can just castle here. Bishop e3, just ignoring the b pawn. Yeah, white's doing really well here. I think I also did well at the opening. d6 was pretty unambitious. But, okay, I gave up on some better opportunities there according to the computer. Now just h3. f3. Okay, f3 doesn't... The computer doesn't like that as well. Yeah, knight c6 would have been good here too. I never pulled the trigger on that. But I'm holding some kind of advantage. Well, I spoke too soon. Knight c6 here is good too. Bishop a2. Yeah, that would have saved me a tempo, I suppose. It likes knight d2. Oh, it doesn't like this plan. c4, it says black is much better. But now d5, that has to be a losing move for black. No? The computer likes b5 better, but actually, no. It's about the same. So now I castled, and that does come up as the best move, castling long. Now bishop b4. Well, that is the one way to prevent all this, I suppose. And I can't break that pin in any reasonable way, can I? I can, yeah, bishop b4 makes sense. But knight c6. Queen f2. Ugh. Okay, this is bad news. Bishop b4 would have been a great move here. Black goes for this instead. There's a big mistake. He should recapture the knight. Trade. Knight takes. Queen takes. Oh, that's a nasty tactic. So if knight takes d5, look at this. It's still best for me to go queen takes. But he wins the exchange. Takes d3. And we're going to trade queens as well. So I've got a pawn for the exchange. I got a couple pawns here, but this one's not hanging on for good. Yeah, interesting position, but it really likes black a lot better. My bishops are not worth it here, apparently. I mean, he's more activated. He's got two rooks coming at me. I can get my king to d2, and he can force this trade of bishops right away, actually. Well, not quite. No. Okay, well, that was all missed. And then I was able to simplify. Although, yeah, knight takes e7. It does like this better. Queen takes and then queen d6. Okay, that does look really good. If he tries to come back here, then Bishop d4. The knight's got to go somewhere. It's got to go back to d7. And now bishop can take on c4. I can bring this rook in. Well, bishop c4 is probably better. Still, this is good. c8. And queen b4. Yeah, we'll be picking up. We'll be picking this up, and we're just very well activated. So, okay. Well, took off all these pieces and then just gave myself a very slight advantage. So he gave a pawn up here. I mean, this is equal material. These pawns are kind of in tatters, but okay, the right move would be to do this and then take. According to the computer, that's a lot better. This knight can't move, or I'm going to take that pawn. d5. That makes sense. Okay, well, similar to the game here, but I made that exchange first, then rook takes. I made the rook exchange here because I didn't want to face takes here and then two rooks gunning down both these open files, but I suppose I could have traded later as well. So now it's just dead even, though I'm up a pawn. The opposite color bishops and the extra pawn is not worth much in this position because it's doubled. You can't make a passer out of it. King d2 makes some sense. I just wanted to... Okay, at this point, yeah, that allows king b3. Yeah, rook d1 would have been better here, preventing rook d8. Getting my rook activated. My king can come to a4 later. This allowed some counterplay, but I was at least able to gain time on his bishop and guard my second rank. My plan here was kind of nifty. Everything's held together here, and I'm threatening this. And actually, he's going to lose a6 at this point. So he just decided to guard a6. Now rook e8 check is good. Just getting the king further from the action, I suppose. Oh, and also this just gives me f7. And I'm threatening a mate right away. Oh my goodness, I missed this. Endgame mate. This doesn't help. Does it? You still got this, and then king h6, and then just f4, right? And there's no... Hold on, he can take that. But there's still this mate. Oh, that's beautiful. The rook is on f4, so there's... That's really cool. Okay, well, I wish I had seen that line. I was getting kind of low on time. And I just had my plan of getting the bishop to d3. I was worried about holding this up here. I wanted to keep my rook on the second rank. So I was just kind of playing according to plan, which I guess it worked out, but you hate to see a miss like this. Like this is, I mean, it looks like just winning f7, but then you start to look at it more, and it's just a mating attack. Bishop g5. Oh, planning to sack the exchange. Yeah. And then there's just black is hopeless here. My pawns are all safe from his bishop, and I've got this monster that's just going to march down the board. So, and I'm up a pawn to begin with. So, I wish I'd seen all that. It's still possible here. Same difference. But this is when I play bishop d3. Okay. Yeah, rook e4 may have been a better plan here. Yeah, I think so. Plan being, let's see, h5. h5 just gives away that pawn, though. Let's say black makes a move like rook e3. Then you're coming to b4. Why b4? h5. Okay, b4. Well, whatever. I'm not going to interpret all this, all computers' prophecies here. So I wish I'd seen that rook check and then bishop takes f7. Anyway, at the last moment here, h5 is probably the move that black was going for. Maybe some kind of mouse slip, right? Maybe he'd clicked on the bishop and then tried to move h5, just accidentally touched on h5. So pawn h5 check. King a4, and his bishop is tied to this pawn. Although rook d6. I think rook c5 looks good, but but bishop b5. This threatens the bishop can't stay here, so the bishop has to come here. Now it's mate in one. Oh my. Okay, so that's bishop e7 is needed. Now I can just take on a5. So yeah, this looks pretty good. So rook d6 instead. What's my plan? Rook e4, h5, bishop b5. Rook down here, and now just that's same idea. So yeah, those light squares and the mating ideas. And if he ever tries to push pawns on the king side to kind of make room for his king, well, I can take. Now my pawns are pretty good. This is a nice pawn I can make into a passer. So despite the opposite color bishops, there's just mostly because I'm winning this pawn now, and this bishop. I mean, yeah, it's already Anyway, it's all tactics. I didn't play this all that well, but maybe it just came down to a mouse slip in the end. There, but for the grace of God, go I, right? So, okay. Well, thanks for watching, folks. Stay feisty.